I was offered a movie. I'm not going to tell you which one because I did end up doing it. And stop Googling right now. But when I read the script, I just felt I wasn't right for it. I felt it. But it was this big opportunity on paper as one that I should be thrilled to do. It was a huge step for my career. So I went against that feeling and I made the movie. And I remember sitting at that premiere and my palms started to sweat. People were laughing right at the point where they were not meant to be laughing. The movie was not a hit. The promised franchise never materialized, but I learned a painful lesson in listening to that voice inside. And actually, I can see now that that ended up creating space for something else. Years before, I was offered a musical in Australia called The Boy from Oz, the president was talking about, and I turned it down because at the time I'd been in 2 big musicals and I was struggling to get acting auditions for plays, movies, television. So I said, even though this feels great to me, I don't think it's the right strategic move to do another musical right now. So I said no. Well, when I finally saw that production in Australia, my palms started to sweat. Every bone in my body wanted to be up there on that stage. I was watching one of the greatest roles I have ever seen being played by someone else, even though it had been offered to me 2 years before. Again, I felt the pain of not having listened to that voice inside, and right then and there, I told myself that I would always listen to my gut from that moment on. So when they called about doing the show on Broadway 2 years later, I said yes straight away on the phone. Then I called my agent to tell him what I'd done. And even though a lot of people in the business told me not to do it, I listened to my voice, to that voice inside. Now, yes, apart from winning the Tony for that role, by the way, that's not the reason I'm telling the story. To this day, The Boy from Oz is one of the great projects I have ever been involved with. I'm proud of what we did, of the role I played, that I said yes, even though people said don't do it. And when Steven Spielberg, forgive me, let me just pick that one up. Got to pause on Steven Spielberg. When he came and saw it one night, I got a call from him saying, "We want you to host the Oscars." And I did. Our minds, our brains, they want to plan,